videos as a way to document my adventures and have a way to look back at them. I grew up around the Great Lakes, specifically Lake Michigan. I enjoy spending time on boats and generally near the water. And a few years ago I decided to buy a boat that was capable of cruising around the Great Lakes in general safety and comfort, and was able to be used single-handedly. This trip is the most ambitious one I've ever taken. Leaving from the lower west coast of Lake Michigan, I planned on traveling about 750 miles to the Apostle Islands on Lake Superior, and then taking a slightly different route all the way back. This is the entrance to Arcadia, Michigan, on the east coast of Lake Michigan, just south of Frankfort. My trip so far had me cruising up the Wisconsin coastline until I reached Manitowoc, Wisconsin. From there, I crossed Lake Michigan over to the Michigan coastline, arriving at Arcadia for the first time in my life. My boat has about a 3-foot draft, and I found on the right side of the harbor entrance it was getting a little close at some points. If you have more than, say, a 4-foot draft, I definitely proceed slowly. After entering, I found myself on Arcadia Lake. It's a bit of a wide lake, not too much going on, lots of undeveloped shoreline. To the north is the town of Arcadia. One of my goals during this trip was to anchor more often. It's something I've only done a few times before and was not very comfortable with it. So while scouting out the lake, going over, checking depth, that sort of thing, found this swan, figured he might be a good guide on where to drop the anchor. I did find that the anchorage itself was extremely weedy. I did have a hard time getting the anchor to actually catch. I'm not sure it fully set by the end of the night. However, it was a very light wind night and nothing was forecast to come up. So what I did was I set my anchor alarm on my Garmin system, set a small radius, and slept through the night just fine. Although unnecessary because it was shallow where I was anchoring, I decided to drop the rest of my chain just to give me a little extra weight on the bottom because I wasn't positive about how my anchor was grabbing. To the north of the anchorage on Lake Arcadia is Arcadia itself with the Veterans Memorial Marina. Garmin Active Captain also names this small bump out here as another anchorage. My boat is a Ranger Tug R-27 outboard. It has a 300 horsepower Yamaha outboard, a 9.9 horsepower Yamaha outboard kicker, has about 150 gallons of fuel, 40 water, 30 black water, 31 foot length overall, 8.6 beam, a solar panel, about 600 amp hours of lithium batteries, which can run air conditioning, microwave, all that sort of thing. I've had this boat for about a year at this point and got to know it pretty well. Thank you for watching my first attempt at a video. There will be more to come, so if you're interested in watching my trip to Lake Superior, feel free to subscribe.